Hello and good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? You have sound properly this time? We do. Everything's working out the gate. I don't have to do any troubleshooting. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Why did I load it with my controller? I don't use the controller for that. Hi. Hello, 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 hello. So, last we left off, we discovered nothing in that trial. We don't know what's happening still. We have no clue. Answer. All we know that the murder most likely happened in the hospital, and it was probably someone who was there. Ooh. Luckily for class trial, I don't have to talk all that much, so I think that things will be good. I'm in a great mood. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm doing pretty okay. Working on them there high energy streams, we gotta spread the love and spread the word. Very good. What you eating today? The elevator begins its steep descent as usual. But nobody said a word. 5, 6, 7, 9 people. I thought we had 10 people alive. Oh, Nekomaru, right. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. No. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. Fancy. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding boundaries of the darkness, and I walked into that place. Oh, Zero, I got Stream Elements set up on my stream. I will, after this stream, I'm going to be putting the custom name on it and then changing my Twitch password to see if it breaks it like it should. Etikin, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the, what was I saying? The Kitten Collective. It's good to see you. My. It feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Well, two people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he is alive, you should invite him.
No.
Why bother? What?
Well
Now then, let's begin. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. Yeah. And so the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. Ibuki, the ultimate musician, she was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hiyoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those two is among us. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake, for our friends' sake, for Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. And so the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Right? Do you have any new skills? We haven't really been doing very good at getting skills. It'd be cool, I guess. Everyone who's read.
Now then,
1 second.
let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
Yoko's is all tiny.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head?
Yeah, that's a traditional thing they will do in Japan for funeral pictures and stuff like that.
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
He did! He survived and he's kind of become awesome over time.
The hospital
I like
team
him a lot.
consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
And then Nekomaru got shot by a bazooka.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and
Yeah.
I had to sleep at our cottage.
I really hope Fuyuhiko survives. He's really grown on me. His
I
hotness.
woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms.
He's this game's husbando to me.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night. While I,
Oh,
and then
sorry.
I saw the King Queen signal light
Sorry.
on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
Yep. I need to add more people to it. I've been lazy.
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was
Reaper, hi! I see you in the avatars thing. I see. There.
a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder. Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime? I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
Yes.
I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there.
There's 649 Pokemon or so in the total, because it goes to Gen 6. So there's a lot. There's a lot of them.
That's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
I was thinking about getting rid of a few that I really don't like, but at the same time, I know that there's people that like Pokemon I don't like. We'll decide as a team.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our site.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital.
Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Be weird.
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
He's so cute.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said
Oh,
is true?
for the love of God. Nagito.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
You're such a fuck.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it.
Okay.
Come on, try to prove it to me.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Ah. Just as Kazuichi said, Nagito is the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Alright. I was actually thinking right before this started, why am I never suspicious? It's probably the camera unit because of how it works, right?
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
What? No, I didn't see the movie until afterwards. Yeah.
Hajime's
I didn't
testimony
see
is
the
clearly
movie.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki...
That would also.
I don't think I can. After all,
Why would
You're a
Hajime-
fool.
Did Hajime kill both
And
of
you're a
them?
piece of shit because you knew I didn't see it.
No, that's wrong.
You're dumb. Signs point to yes. Yeah.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Actually, I kind of agree with that because it would make it so that if anyone else had any doubts they didn't know about, then Nagito might be trying to alleviate those before they come up. Because he knew that we saw the movie when we did, because he was there both times we saw it. Or the time we almost saw it and the time that we... Okay, yeah, I get it.
It also provides a good warm-up.
What
That's
warm-up?
actually pretty
This
good.
isn't a game, you know.
Don't
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since
Yeah.
this isn't a game.
Actually, that was actually pretty okay.
What a waste of time.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we
Yaki.
know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime
Probably.
was gone.
Unless my staged killing thing was the case.
So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean a closed
I know what a
room?
closed room is. It's a locked room. Someone is killed within a locked room that doesn't have any obvious exits.
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Learned that from Sherlock. And from, there's actually an anime called, Yoka.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Oh, and then Danganronpa 1 too.
Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
True?
We met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you? Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
Right?
Any way of backing us into a wall? Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? I don't know, is it? Wait. I think I just figured something out. Hear me out here. We thought that maybe Hiyoko was on the other pillar and that she was moved, right? We talked about that. But what if the killer wrapped himself or herself in behind the stuff and hid in the pillar? Ha ha! Ha ha! Big brain theories.
By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
Alright.
So they look like they just rushed over.
Big brain, Lexi.
I have seen this in
Well, don't say
serial
that unless I'm.
crime dramas.
Let's don't say that unless I'm right. Let's try the semi-transparent glob. That was also in the door, and it could have helped to
They tried to keep us from
confirm
getting
her theory, perhaps.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have.
The lock was on the floor.
If not, it's. Nope. So it's probably stalled for time then.
The killer was still inside the. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Maybe?
How did they lock the door? That door should not have.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Nope. Any theories? Broken drumstick was used to lock the door from inside, right? But is that proof? Well, it's not like I know if the door was really locked or not. Fujika's the one saying it.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
Wait, hold on.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken?
You can use that as a bolt. By doing that, waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like. I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Person's remark contradicts the truth. So it's a contradiction,
The killer was
contradiction,
still
not a.
inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
No.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
No, that's wrong.
No. Because
Wait a second. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
yeah,
From the outside? How?
the drumstick was a red herring, a diversion. So because the red herring was the glob, it's very possible that no one has an alibi yet.
There's a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue.
No one
door.
that would have been outside anyway.
That's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
It was gummy or glue. I just thought because of Hiyoko it might have been like melted gummy because it was green and I'd never seen green glue.
See. That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
How is it green?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell work.
That's why it wouldn't have been gummy
because
because she chewed on it. Okay, yeah.
On all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
Yeah, Chiaki.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched.
She's not chewing at the trial. She was chewing in the music venue when she first found it.
By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
Okay.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
Gee.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
True.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
True.
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Fucking right.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Actually, I agree with that.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue,
Wasn't a natural comment.
they must have done it earlier than that.
Yeah. Earlier.
When Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hyoko was actually killed earlier.
Which was one of my theories.
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
That scrap was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. As a Hangman's Gambit, yep, my least favorite one of all. That was one of my theories, yes. What was the piece of paper stuck to the baton lighting? Well, it was wrapping paper, right? W. A. Wow. Wow. Wallpaper. Okay, yeah. Ooh. That's because in the first game it was actually fun. Welcome back, Zero. In the first game it was a completely different thing. This is the improved Hangman's Gambit. Did I say that? That scrap of paper, isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? Also, Matter, hello, hello.
That's the same color as that scrap.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper. That's the same color as the scrap.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
I don't think that has any bearing on this case, Stellar.
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
Wow, thanks for actually being useful.
So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should be clear. That was my first theory, right? Alright, let's give it a try. Logic dive, yep. I think this is my favorite one in this one. Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'll use the keyboard for this. Easier. This is probably my favorite one in this game. It's fun. Word up. Yo. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Why did Yoko's body sudden? It was hidden. Oh. Woo! Confirmed. Whoop. Oh, that was not the right. Ah! That was not the right way. Don't go too far, you'll hit the pole and die. Second question, go! What did the killer use to hide her body? The wallpaper! Do a McTwist. Yeah! Do a pop shove at McTwist. 360. God, I want to buy the new Tony Hawk game so bad. Man, they're so much fun. I would love to stream those. How did the killer hide her body at the wallpaper? They covered the pillar, right? They formed a wall by covering the pillar, if you want to get technical. Woo! Yeah, rave party! Yeah, hell yeah! I would stream the shit out of that game. Yeah.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. Yeah. First theory confirmed, everyone. I did it. Woo!
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar.
Which alleviates the 10-minute window requirement.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
They
So
sure
when I
did.
discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar,
Yeah,
I didn't realize that at the
definitely the case. It was Steve the whole time. Wait, your name is... It was you.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Maybe his name's also Steven. Also, isn't it interesting when you think about the fact that Nagito would be probably the best detective here if he actually tried or cared?
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone.
True.
They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
He says moth, but it says moss. So we're gonna assume it's probably moth.
I don't eat moss balls.
Oh, she says moss.
I enjoy looking at them.
What the fuck?
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
Wall of moss. Right?
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, I should be able to explain.
I see!
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
It's
Yes.
valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
Perhaps.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
God damn it.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
Chiaki.
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Oh.
He's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
If anyone has psychic powers, it's Chiaki. Come
Because
on.
she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
She's all pouting.
Seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
God damn.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just going to talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Yeah. Chiaki. It's the blood on the soles because there's blood on the soles of the shoes. Or the stepladder.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Ah.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. Yes, that's right.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
Yeah.
It's not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Sad.
Ibuki stepped on her blood.
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded.
Yeah.
Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Don't worry, bro. I won't.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
I'll look after this stream, Zero, I promise. It would be the smudge on the floor.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no... You can't step on blood that was never there. Just did you see a nice nightmare? You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Yeah.
Allow me to cut through those words. That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do. You look closely. There's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
But why?
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
That's actually a thing I do a lot too.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
That's actually something I was wondering too. Suicide.
Same as always, you have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
Yes.
Totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
And she never would have put the bag on her
She
head.
was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
That's correct, yes.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
Also
After
true.
Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
Not buying that.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging.
Very true.
Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Alright.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, just what was that video Hajime saw?
Yep.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Well, they wouldn't have had to. She was already technically hypnotized because of the disease.
Say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
Which was what I was theorizing as well.
Cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement.
Which would have been in range of the other receiver.
I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Surprise. Should I be concerned? Ugh.
We can exclude the sick people like me.
Oh my gosh. Hi everybody. Hi.
Right
Hello.
before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys?
Feel the fizz
I was
inside
where I was supposed
you.
to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if
Hi, guys.
nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
All right, let
We
me.
can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Okay.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Let's look at the evidence real quick. Right up until Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Alright. What else? I have a theory. Hang on.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
I was gonna say she wasn't there to know. Is it impossible then? I don't know because no one was there to make sure that they
We can exclude
didn't.
the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own.
That's not.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
No, that's wrong.
We have an alibi.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikon and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
That's right.
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Ooh, spicy.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep.
Oh my
because of
God.
Hajime. Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's
Yeah.
the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Not really, because there's 10 people if you count Nekomaru, and that means now only 8 of them could be the killer. You're narrowing it down.
Committing an imitation murder? Is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I'm no closer to
I feel
knowing who
really
it could be,
bad for
though.
confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Are we still in the killer's trap? And is that trap set by one of us? If so, then whose and what kind of trap is it? Don't have. Ah, that's not nice. Why, hello there, Monomi. The moss balls sure look tasty today. Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time. Hawawa? What's that? Now then, Monomi's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck! Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you are whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. He's a really well-written character. Then I'm Usami. Magical Miracle Girl, Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Usami, you need to be drowned in the ocean. Get out of here. I fucking hate her so much. I hate her and I hate voicing her and I...
Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Thanks, Monomi. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
It It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
All right.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
True.
That was too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
Not
It's
sure.
not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie.
Yes.
About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Really? Gotta mentally prepare myself for this train wreck. Yeah. Who killed Ibuki and Hiyoko? So frustrating, meow. Need to think. I hate you so much. I'm gonna make that more expensive right now. You're getting in timeout. Do. Making it really expensive. Around the world, feel the fizz inside you. See, settings and go to. What's that? All right, go here and go to dashboard and go to. Community, go to content and go, oh, viewer rewards, right. Channel points and go to rewards. And hey, you guys are 88% of the way to the ASMR challenge. Nice. You guys have 18 days. Edit and cooldowns and limits. Hang on a second, please. Go to this and turn it off because it messes with my overlays. Reload. And go to Okay, that should be a little bit better. What'd I miss? Bathroom is full of bees. What? Seller is only sorry that the price has gone up, not sorry for doing it. Yeah, the bees thing can be pretty bad. How much is the other one? With the... Please see. Make that one like 6,000. That'll be better, I think. No. Saw where they're getting in, just gotta find the actual nest. Okay, I understand, Zero. Oh. Not a fan of that.
But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape. Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows. Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
Thank you.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
It wouldn't. No, not really. A pierce and a cut are not necessarily the same thing.
I'm saying, Hiyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Yoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Okay, that's a good
Strange
theory.
details. Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
Because she wanted to get her kimono on,
You're
right?
saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My four dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why Hiyoko went to the music festival. If that's the key to all this, I need to find that out no matter the cost. Well, yeah, we know the answer to that. Yeah. None of these are gonna be it. Which means we need to steal someone else's.
Music venue? There's no way we'd know that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
No.
If that's not it. Maybe she got abducted by the
No.
killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Or she was guided by the will of causality.
No. She did go of her own free will. That's definitely what we're supposed to... Yeah, oh yeah, because she had the key in her kimono. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe the killer
There's some way we know that.
Maybe she got abducted.
No, she went of her own free will.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You right.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
Right.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
Yeah.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just...
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? then something like that.
I won't lose.
Why are we having this?
Are you saying my gut was wrong? This will be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
All right. You can smoke bees out, yeah.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something.
The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room.
Forcibly abducted her.
The girl is so small and weak looking.
And that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on! Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up.
She fought the killer. That's the proof she was abducted, right?
No.
Gut is totally right after all. Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
Okay, not that one.
Crap. Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono.
There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up.
She fought the killer.
Allow me to cut through those words.
How would she have fought the killer?
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
It's also possibly in the wall.
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
God damn it, Soda.
then the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Still haven't cleared anyone else.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamster 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
Aww.
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
Killed Hiyoko.
That's fucked up.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do?
I don't think it was Chiaki because she's trying so hard to crack this one.
There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
It's never usually the people that are trying so hard to... It sounds like it.
Have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember, there was blood on Ibuki's slippers.
Right?
So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue.
Fair.
So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
Oh.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh. Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
True that. Wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there would be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
That's strange. That's very
Because
strange.
then she couldn't have walked onto the stepladder at all. Because there would be footprints.
This is strange. What's strange?
I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints, there's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. And why? Why weren't there any footprints on the...
I can prove it with this.
Woo!
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
There's a blood stain in the picture, I
Gee,
think.
notice such a small detail. Amazing. This is truly the talent of the chosen ultimate.
What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Komayata, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
Didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it. Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video, hmm?
But
Which is
that's something
the other
Hajime
topic we
would
talked
do,
about.
Since he's the only one who saw that video.
But just as I thought, it comes down to that. Mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video, and whether or not we can reach that hidden truth, it's all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands. As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
I'll definitely try.
If there was some hidden clue in that video, I should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw that video, so I'm the only one who can do it. The hanging video that I saw, based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. Well, it's the curtain, isn't it? Black curtain in the background, huh? Based on that video alone, I don't really know if it...
Damn it!
It is, though! And I... Huh?
Here. That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Yep.
Are you saying there were 2 step ladders?
But where would you find another step ladder? There was only one step ladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
In the conference room.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
Gaming! A game theory! Thanks for watching. The only stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said that stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between the video and the actual crime is that thing, the place where the killer did something? We're doing what now? Oh, don't put 2 of those in one. Nah, MapHat's all about it. Conference room. Wait. Fuck. What's the difference between the video I saw and the actual crime scene? Location. Well, we need to get the first letter, so let's figure out what it is. Not M. Not I. Not N. Not G. F. Video. Did I already do N? L. Ill. Film. Filming. Filming location. O-C-A-T-I-O. Yeah. So, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Give me the N. Aha!
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I
And
saw
if the
was
murders
not in the
happened
music
before the expected times, it's entirely possible that our alibis aren't solid, and we can only rule ourselves out at this point,
Somewhere else.
and maybe the people who are sick, maybe.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Unless they swapped them back.
Then there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In order to show us they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else, what did the killer do to that surveillance camera? They swapped them. Ooh, another logic dive. Fun. Grind it. Which part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with? Both. It's not both! Ow. So was the camera then. Yo. Whoa, overshot that. It's not both! They only messed with the camera. And they swapped it with the other one, which is pretty straightforward, honestly. Oh, that's making me nauseous. Oh. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or at the hospital? The hospital, right? Oh. Oh, I've been getting them all wrong this time. Well, I mean, I guess. Oh, okay, because they broke it, and that makes sense actually, because they took it and they broke it, so we couldn't tell. The tampering would have been. Okay, yeah, yeah, I got it. We're on the same page now. Stop doing these. I hate them. Ugh. Brr. Yo. Fair enough.
It's all coming together.
It's not both. That's just a theory.
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
Okay, rude.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
They broke it.
I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
True.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
I mean, obviously it was the hospital then. Because it couldn't have been anywhere else. The conference room. Stop making me do Hangman's Gambit! Damn it! Oops.
Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
I gotta make it clear. There's the candle and the curtain. Thank you for making it easy.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Damn.
There's no way and the music venue.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
They might have tampered with the camera.
No.
I still can't believe he mixed up Hajime. You're pretty stupid.
There's no way and the music venue.
Which place resembled? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
I have my suspicions. Also, hello, Donut. Boy.
There's no way the conference and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled?
What if
Did the
I...
conference room look like, or did the music venue?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Give me it.
They might have tampered with the camera.
Damn.
I still can't believe he mixed up the film. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
I'm suspecting Mikon if I'm being honest.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue.
Which place resembled the? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
What am
Or
I...
did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
No. Ah, I'm being dumb. I need to... Has to do with the curtain. It has to, right?
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the...
Or did they make some kind of set?
Won't let me take that.
They might have tampered with the camera.
Oops, didn't even mean to click that. Ah! The power of Nen. Yes. I'm being dumb. I need to think. Give me a second. What is Fuyuhiko's account?
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
It won't let me grab that, so.
I still can't
I mean,
believe
they
you mixed
kind
up
of.
with Hajime. You're pretty
We could agree with the
stupid.
camera thing, because that did happen. We'll do that. We'll try that. They did a lot of stuff, though.
Which place was empty? Did the conference room look like, or did the music venue?
Or did they make some kind of...
Or they might have tampered with the
No. I feel like we've landed on it.
There's no way the conference room
Eh,
and the
yeah,
music
it,
venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
There's no way the... And the music venue...
Which place
But it
resembled
couldn't be the other
conference room
one.
look- Or did the music venue look like the conference
why would it be that? That doesn't make any sense.
Must be it.
I'm sorry, what?
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room.
What?
They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
Huh. Oh.
From what I remember, there used to
Ah.
be a really flashy curtain. But after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
Okay.
That's right. It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid. That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like a conference room? In
Yeah.
actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Something else.
I can prove it with this. You're referring to the candle in the music venue, right?
Yeah. What's the
In
reason?
the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. If you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming.
Makes sense.
That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means, are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
I'm not buying that because there was no indication she got the disease at any
The
point.
candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
It was too premeditated for someone to do a planned out crime. I'm not buying that.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside Cop say that before, but isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
I see.
Which was my other theory right out of the gate.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
Alright guys, I need just a second to use the restroom and then we'll finish up this trial and then go raid 0. So I'll be just a minute. Thank you, thank you. I'll set this up for you too. I accidentally clicked and made it go forward one screen, but this is the only thing that was said. I didn't do anything else. But just to make sure you know. So... I can't click it. This, and then that. There we go. Oh, it's F2 for transcript. By that time, real Ibuki must have already been killed. Yeah, that's where we left off. And then, it did, yeah. Okay.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
That's what happened. And no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue That moment I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set the trap for
But
me
why
was...
did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
I should already know. I should have already known. We're gonna go with my theory of...
You're the only one!
God damn, no one expected a thing. God damn!
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki?
I
and
freaking
Yoko?
called it! This is me.
I'm the killer. What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick
Yeah.
like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right. A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it,
So
I
the
brought that up earlier.
yeah, because the only
Hajime
reason
and Nikon have an alibi.
Yep, and the only reason that we would have an alibi is because of those videos, so no one else would have benefited from picking those videos.
It's just a coincidence.
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Yep, she did kick me out, didn't
That
she?
time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video. And showed that to me.
Yep. You sure did.
Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
I meant, like, throughout the characters and throughout the investigation.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not what you think.
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Nikon is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
Savage.
A slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
I want to believe that.
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
Everyone's ganging up on me. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No, in fact, it'd be much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
Oh God.
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
Oh no.
What are you saying?
Is it not?
There's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Wait.
I thought it was suspicious all along. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
True.
What are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Please don't say such controversial statements. What do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang, that's a huge deal.
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again,
Ooh.
the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new.
Well, probably from all the abuse and self-nursing and stuff like that.
Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
No. Because the gown is... She could have easily taken them off. It's hard to say,
It
really.
means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this.
Oh.
Killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Fucked up.
I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along.
Were they? Well, it's also possible that there's no scars. There's never been any indication that there
What
was.
exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Well, it's possible Mikon wouldn't be strong enough to do that. I guess.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
No.
She
No.
was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too. Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Nope.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Bookie's true cause of death was strangulation. That fact is the decisive proof will lead to the killer. Is that true?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strength, the scars they leave would look different too. Scars?
You mean the rope?
But we believed it was from a hand. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
That must be it.
Yep.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Yep.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
Yeah.
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
Ah.
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling.
Because you are the ultimate nurse.
You, Mikon, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that.
I don't believe that.
That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
The original Mikon, the way she used to be, wouldn't have said that.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
She does not defend herself.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
They're very different.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
I still think it's you, Mikon.
Nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikon because she was nursing her.
So Mikon volunteered to nurse us? Cause she was planning to do this all along?
Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikon is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you.
Uh-oh.
I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikon is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off.
I still think
guess.
it's her.
But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Oh god. Here she comes.
So in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh?
Oh no.
Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault.
Oh no.
Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Me-
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Chiaki.
Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched? Like I said, it obviously wasn't me. Can you prove it? Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me your proof!
You are a scary lady.
Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy. I didn't do anything wrong. Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
Right?
I'm not the killer. I never filmed that video.
I got Nagito just like, God damn, shut up.
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
Why me?
I'm going to read this to you once again.
Could it be this was Chiaki's goal all along? You're saying everyone's fate depends on me. I'm the only one who can say, who saw that video.
Where's your proof?
God.
Forgive me already.
I will. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this. Okay.
I'm not the killer.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Oh, do you have any proof? Is the handbag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Ah, wait. No, wait. Wait. Wait.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan
Her
clearly
scary
have
voice
different
is
body
really
types.
scary.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
I do agree with that, but I don't know.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I bet you it's Killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the handbag is the
Go on.
hospital gown. Or could it
Fast,
be the
fast,
hospital?
fast,
Ibuki
fast,
and
fast,
Miko.
fast,
Is
fast,
that
fast,
really?
fast,
You
fast.
could tell her body just from that. There's no way you'd be so pleased.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Alright, so it's probably Killer's mistake, but what?
We can't think of anybody else other than who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the handbag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
See, there was a person wearing a hospital gown and a handbag on their head in the video?
Damn it!
But there was only 3 hospital gowns. There was no spares.
Not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the handbag on her head the proof?
Not the handbag.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
Apparently not the hospital
Or could it
gown.
be the hospital slippers she
Not the
had on?
slippers.
Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really your... You could tell her body type under the hospital gown just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Oh?
Just from that dim candlelight?
No.
There's no way you'd be able to make out her... So please forgive...
Hajime,
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Yeah. But that's not something we can really... Well, okay, let's try that. It could be
Can't
that.
think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Do you have any...
Alright, we'll try the handbag.
on her head with proof?
Nope. Yeah, me too. But we tried the hospital gown with it, and
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed
is...
that.
Well, I know the answer. I know the answer. I know the answer. I know the answer.
Is that really...
I know the
Tell her
answer.
body Just from that... There's no way you'd be able to...
I know the answer, I think.
Hajime,
You're the only one who can
Ah,
point
fuck.
out the killer's mistake.
Ah, shit. I didn't mean to click that. Fuck. Sorry. I know the answer. I'm pretty sure.
We can't think of anybody.
Okay.
Is the handbag on...
Wait,
is
I'm
the
a minute.
hospital gown?
A minute.
Is that
A minute.
really... You could tell her body just from that...
Yep.
Hajime,
You're the only one who can point out the
Give me
killer's
that.
mistake.
I bet you it's this on the second thing mentioned of the hospital gown.
We
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
think of anybody who could
Yeah.
have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on... Is the hospital gown... Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly.
Is that really your... You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Damn. Any thoughts, anyone?
Damn it!
We might fail this attempt.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that.
Let's try.
Is the handbag on her head is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Oh,
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on her? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different bodies.
Is that really your...
We're gonna fail this
Body type
attempt.
Under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able... So please forgive me already!
we'll try that.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Apparently, we'll try that next run through.
We can't think of anybody. who
Blah
could
blah
have filmed
blah.
Deep
Blah
is the
blah
handbag
blah.
on her head
Blah
the
blah
proof? Is the
blah.
hospital gown she... Or could it be the hospital slip?
that. Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really... You could tell her body type just from that video... Just from that camera angle?
Yeah, we're gonna fail this attempt. Almost for sure.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the handbag on... Is the hospital...
We got one more
gown
shot.
the hospital...
Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really... You could tell her body just from that... There's no way you'd be...
Kind of seems like whatever it is, it's nothing obvious. It's a leap of logic.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
That's true. Because there's no footprints. It very well could be that.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the handbag on...
That's a
is
good
the
theory.
hospital gown... Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Oh.
Damn it!
I have one more theory.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the handbag on her head...
I have one more theory. We have one more shot at this.
Gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body.
Ah, time's up. Yep, we lost. I love that they're like, it's you, but that makes no sense because, like, why would they be like, it's you? Because, you know. Yes.
We will never give up.
Yes. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. I think.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the handbag on her head. The proof is the hospital gown she was wearing. Suspicious. Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown.
Nope. Are we just being
Can't think of
dumb?
anybody who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Is the handbag on her head? The proof is the hospital gown she was wearing. Suspicious. Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to so please her!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Kind of leaps of logic can we make this time? Killer's mistake is probably it,
Can't think of anybody
but
else who could have filmed that.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
all we can do
the
is
handbag on her head the proof?
try it with everything. So it's not the handbag.
We can't think of anybody else other than who could have filmed that.
Oh yeah,
Do
that
you
could be
have
it.
any- Is the handbag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown?
We'll try
Or
that.
could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from
I could
that-
see
just
it
from
being-
that- just from that. There's no way you'd be so please her!
Hajime, pay close. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
That's true. Killer's mistake is that it wasn't lit.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed.
I didn't think that would point to her directly, but
The proof is the hospital gown she was wearing, or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Hey.
Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really? Or you could tell her body type under the hospital just from that camera angle, just from that dim candlelight.
nope.
Damn it! We can't
This
think of
one's
anybody else
tricky.
other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the handbag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
We'll try that with everything. Nikon's account might.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
I have to use the process of elimination because we're
We can't think of
literally
anybody who
stumped
could
on
have
this one.
filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on? Is the hospital gown or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
I don't like doing it this way. It feels really kind of chumpy, but I don't know. I'm completely stumped.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on her head? Is the hospital gown or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown.
We might lose this one more than
We can't
once.
think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on? Is the hospital gown or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really? You could tell her body type just from that camera angle.
Nope.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on? Is the hospital?
Any big
gown
brains
she
in
was
here?
wearing, or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that camera, just from that. There's no way you'd be able to make so please.
So it's not her account.
Pay close. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
We gotta try this with everything now.
We can't think of anybody else.
We
who
know
could
it's
have
not
filmed that
handbag.
video.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
That's fine. I
Is the
understand.
handbag on her head the proof?
Hopefully
Is the
you're
hospital
succeeding
gown
in that.
she was wearing suspicious?
No.
We can't
I
think of
think
anybody
I
who could
understand
have
the
filmed
answer, but I don't know how to
Is the
get
handbag on- is
them
the
to.
hospital gown- or could it be the hospital?
that. Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that. There's no
We're
way
gonna be
you'd able
stuck
to
on this one a bit.
Hajime, pay close. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that video.
Is the
It is.
Is the hospital gap, or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikan.
Is that
Tried all
really
that.
it? You could tell her body type under the hospital.
Tried that.
Just from that camera angle.
I'll shoot through that
Sure,
contradiction.
whatever. We'll go with that. I don't understand that, but okay.
Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
I don't even take pride in that one. That was luck. Normally I could piece together why it would be before they get at it, but that doesn't make any damn sense there.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
Yeah, but she could have inferred that on her own, right?
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
I'm not really buying that though, because anyone could have inferred the camera angle could have something to do with it.
Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen.
Yeah, I guess.
Is because you're the person who actually filmed that video.
I
Is
guess.
that right?
But there would have been so many better clues than that.
Just reward. The more desperate
Hate that. I hate that one.
You dig yourself into a hole.
Yeah.
You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it
All right.
true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me! Huh? I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible. You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
I'm just glad we can move on. She's been broken since we accused her the first time.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How
There's-
do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
I also know you get two of them.
You saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item.
No, it's her.
So don't
It's
you
crazy.
think it's impossible?
It's not like Genocide Jack, it's just her.
Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
I don't want anything to do with you. Another tutorial. Time for the third Panic Talk action. This is probably going to be my last job during a class trial. Please humor me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. Nah, they're not. Okay, that's fine. Tempo marker. One bullet to destroy one remark when we were using that in the first game, so tab to reload. Well, give me some pie. Just like locking on, press tab in time with the tempo marker. The controls are the same as left mouse button. I know how to do it. Is Nagito doing these tutorials? I'm pretty sure Nagito's doing... Oh, no. What?
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item!
Okay, God.
That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
Yeah. At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. We gotta do something and end this. Tempo. Yep. Yep.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Oh, bonus prize is probably the answer then.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places
Oh.
at
This is the end.
Get out of here.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
He did mention it earlier.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places.
Whoa.
So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
You guys are almost there. And if we do succeed, it'll be my first stream in November that we do that.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Nikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left. Please, just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Nah, Chiaki's still alive. She's the best girl by far. I'm always wondering if one of these days we're gonna share best girl. But I don't think so. Ah. Is it weird that I'm more upset about Hiyoko? Oh, right, that's there. Blue. Yeah, I do. Are you surprised Mikon wasn't my best girl?
Here's everything that happened in this case.
That was an easy one.
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby.
She was, her and Chiaki were kind of, I was going back and forth because they were tied to me, but I couldn't decide, and then I remember now, when I first discovered this, I was like, ooh, no, 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 I don't want nothing to do with that. I completely forgot about that until you brought it up.
I switched on the monitor. What appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time. When in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside.
Fair.
Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room.
Oh, so yeah, the drumstick wasn't ever in the door.
They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally
Which she could have done way
created a closed
faster.
room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Dun dun dun! It was Mikan!
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair.
I'm sorry.
Mikan, what has happened to you?
Was she the spy?
Hello there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Ooh, I think she was the spy. Now I gotta start reading again. I'll take a B.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
That wasn't lost on me. Mikan. Now then, though it may be obvious at this point, you got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right. The true identity of the horrifying Blackened who killed the 2 girls was Mikan Tsumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. Are you saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive
Don't joke
you.
around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? Don't just laugh. Say something. This is going nowhere.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey.
This is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental.
That's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Tsumiki we knew. Huh?
Hey,
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. Oh, that's your theory, wasn't it? Whoa, whoa. They are supposed to, yes. You probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
What?
Mikan too, you say? But it should be gone by now. I know, because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me, after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on, did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? And that means she was...
what?
Huh? Hajime, has something crossed your mind? Yeah? That's right. Mikan felt really hot at that time. Now that I think about it, she must have been high fever, just like what Ibuki and Nikane had.
It cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps.
The symptoms she truly must have felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason why we can still laugh in such a hopeless situation. Oh, interesting. Which means Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. Ultimate despair? Ooh. That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Possible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong.
Huh?
Wrong? Wrong? What's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Oh, boy.
Huh? Huh?
Who are you talking about? No. I don't think she had the despair disease. She was into Junko. Oh. If only they were still alive, he'd be so happy. No.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
Ooh, so she didn't have it. She was just way crazy. I understand that I've done something unforgivable. But, you know, to transcend all that is truly...
It's love.
Hey,
I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you.
Well,
Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom when you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil, and I'm looking out through it. That's why As long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me, it's like nothing matters.
Amazing.
I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love. Only love.
Could it be?
Nagito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
This is.
It seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair. You were half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease, because thanks to that disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Remember? So she did have it, but it was just remembering. Oh no. Apparently, that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease? What if this means she remembered something and ended up like this? Are you saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island? Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It's all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So, it's everybody's fault that I turned out like this, you see? Even so, the current me was the most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and accepts me. That is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking, it's hard to do your voice, girl. Are you saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Do you really remember? You ended up like this all because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. Oh, you still doubt me? And to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice. About that World Eater organization that you're all wondering about.
You serious?
You know? Not that. Or not no. I just remembered, that's all. I knew about it all along. How that horrifying organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Oh, what? Future. That's right. That symbol on the ancient ruins door, that's right. It was the Japanese word for future. I'm now very confused, but now you know why we had to play the 1.5. Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they playing? Now, what are they planning? I had a hiccup. As the name suggests, that organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
This is bad.
What the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know. As part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Monomi? I knew it. Monomi, Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Monomi and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own.
Hey,
Don't laugh. Hey, Mikan, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us. Of course I know that. Oh, is it not her? Let's see. The Future Foundation's lackey that's hiding among you all is... Oh well, no one really cares about that, don't you think?
of course not!
Oh, hell no! You'll find out eventually, but there's no need to be so impatient. Probably when that countdown ends. Countdown? You even know about that?
Oh,
I don't know anything. Huh? I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart. I just don't care about anyone or anything.
that is...
Mikan, is this really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you were like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending time with up till now? The past. Past? That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend.
Oh?
It doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self. That's, well, that applies to all you as well. Memories of people, memories of events, whatever memories it is, losing memories
Do
are
you understand?
like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us all shadows of the past, don't you think?
Hey,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story about our stolen school lives.
hey, hey!
That was true all along. Our memories were taken away.
Damn it!
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much. Well, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace? Oh, Monokuma, is it all right for you to start now?
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Damn it, why? Mikan, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. This is too much.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate nurse, Mikan Tsumiki.
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me.
Hi there.
I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh, what? Hello, welcome to this. Thank you for the follow, Jeppo. Oh god, what is happening now? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Boy. What? Reach for the stars. Yeah, it is. What the hell? That was weird as hell. Oh my gosh. It's finished. Is it really finished? Killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hiyoko Saionji was Mikan Tsumiki, and she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
This Club 7 would be proud.
Ooh, was that Mikan from earlier? Was that her true form? Or is that itself a symptom of the despair disease?
It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like that just from remembering, then all along, Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope.
But...
Even if her words were influenced by despair disease, if the disease turned her into that. If she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
Isn't that right?
So let's just move on. Come on, let's take all this despair and change it into hope.
Wait!
That is impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so... I bet. Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. Then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice towards us. Fuck you, Komoed. Same. Now, there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was the traitor too.
Wrong.
Too bad. That's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on.
The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monomi looks right now. I'm not fine at all. But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation.
So you guys are like two hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
What does that make you, fiend? You did say that you're different than Minomi.
Phew.
Who cares about who I am? More importantly, I'm tired. Fair enough, Jeppo. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during the break. Your right eye is made out of black bean? Wait, now is not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey,
You know, isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups, but if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So, in order to help you guys feel better, I've prepared a special event. Head over to the First Island Beach. An old friend will be waiting there. Old friend? Could it be Nekomaru? It is, isn't it? Nekomaru was safe after all? Safe. How should I say this? Knew it. That crazy bastard Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome. We're starting to see the light of hope. The light of hope? I am happy Nekomaru is returning to us, but I...
So just as I
Few of our
thought-
friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy. Miss Sonia,
However,
even so, I am still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I am truly happy.
Fine.
If you are happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Yes! Yes! Absolutely yes! Welcome to my channel where we really care a lot about Yakuza series. Woo! Hey, Supreme Overlord of who gives a shit? That line doesn't suit you at all.
Silence.
I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki, Yoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them.
right?
Let's go meet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand, even for those who have died. Right now, so during October, I'm only playing horror games, but one big staple of my channel is actually the Yakuza series, and right now we're on Yakuza 2, Kiwami 2, and I'm excited because Kiwami 2 is the last game I beat before I stopped playing the series, and since then I've bought 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and so over time we're going to be streaming that entire series throughout the entire the series. We'll do the entire series throughout the channel, so it'll be really fun. What I'm trying to say. What the heck? Do I still have the after effects of that disease? I don't get this at all. But yeah, I haven't actually played Like a Dragon yet, but I bought it and it looks so good.
All right.
I know! I remember because when it was first being teased, they had the menu where you could choose 4 different actions, and a fan pointed out that they could have changed the actions to spell Sega, and Sega actually did it, and it was the best thing. Alrighty! Let's go! Yeah, you're right. Oh, man. Oh, now that you followed, you got a little avatar. It's a the Victini. What? No, it's a Vaporeon. If you want to change your avatar, just scroll to the bottom of the screen. There should be a like a little thing that you can select from a list, and it'll be a whole thing. Nekomaru's coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator. Man, they just ran off without listening to what I have to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking? What does that mean?
Hey!
You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
Boo! I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them, including Nekomaru's body. For somehow, 1, 2, and Like a Dragon are the only games that have an English dub. Does 1 and 2 have dubs? I didn't know that. You want me 1 and 2 have dubs? I'll have to look into that. It's their fault for not sticking around until I finish talking. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. What did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him, that's all. Okay. I see. I did not know that. Zero definitely doesn't. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? And I think for another bit of time he was voiced by Matt Mercer, wasn't he? I'm gonna hop into those games after this and look at that. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death, so it just couldn't be helped. We'll see Nekomaru, but we're not gonna do the full scene. We're gonna go to the... As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry, to the beach on the first island. Alright, let's haul ass. What? Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running toward the scene on the first island. So we're going to look at Nekomaru, and then we're going to end it there, because there's probably a lot more to do. And in the next episode, we'll get to the next murder before we end it and do the investigation and possibly the trial in that episode. I'm probably going to play this again on Wednesday, so keep that in mind. Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey,
Hey, Nekomaru, show yourself.
Listen,
We have come to pick you up. Please hurry up and come out of hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again, and so on and so forth. Kept looking for him.
Hey,
But
hey,
what the hell, man? He's nowhere to be found.
damn it.
Could it be? Did we get false info from Monokuma again? That's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
could it be?
That voice! With high hopes in our hearts, we turned toward the direction of the voice, and then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo, I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much.
who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
Oh, really?
What do you mean, noticed?
I didn't know that.
Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he's a robot! Yeah!
Born in the rivers of hell.
And we're gonna end on this scene! He's a robot! Yeah! So, we're gonna save it here, but we have a couple more things that I want to do before we end this stream. So, Jeppo, you're new here, so you actually won't know this out the gate. But if you would like to join our Discord, you're more than welcome to. Froggy, but it's so.
if you're interested in joining Stag or just our Discord in general, if you're a streamer or if you're not a streamer, we'll be more than happy to support you. Or we could just hang out in Discord or whatever else. You're more than welcome to. I'm streaming every day this month to support my Twitch brother and friend Zero, who's doing charity streams for a stream or for a charity called Guardians Mental Health, and basically they help gamers and with their mental health and stuff like that. That would be this. He's actually streaming right now, so we're gonna raid him at the end here. But also, if you cannot make it and you want to donate to his charity, it would be this. So, we're gonna go ahead and initiate a raid, and we're gonna go say hi to Zero. But thank you so much for the follow, Jeppo. And I cannot remember the name of the person who followed at the very beginning, but thank you. I appreciate you both for giving me a follow and spreading some love. And so that'll be it for me. But if you want to raid with us, the command here. Is inside you. I know, that would have been great. That would have been so good if they put Monokuma in Smash. So if you want to raid with us, just copy these words and you can raid our good friend Zero with us. But thank you everyone for coming, and I appreciate you all. I love you all and hope that you all have a great rest of your evening. There we go. Let's get him.